Hello Cyclones fans, I'm here with head women's basketball coach Rose Holler after the 56-39 victory over Cedar Crest. Now coach, obviously, it's one of those nights where you can't overlook opponents, and obviously we kind of came out a little flat. But obviously, again, we fought hard, got the victory, and came up with the W.
Right, and we talked about that halftime, and we have to make the transition from being the team that's chasing to the team that's starting to be chased. And that's a transition we need to make, and we need to understand that, if that Cedar Crest doesn't care how many wins we have, they're still going to come play hard tonight. And it's just, it's the kids haven't been in this situation in a while, so we're just used it as tonight as a learning tool. That this is where we're at. We need to understand that. We need to come play discipline, play the same way every night. It doesn't matter who we're playing.
Obviously, Mal with 24 points. I think that's been a season high for her this season. Just talk about her playing, what she means to the team.
Right. Well, and it was funny because she didn't take a shot one time, and I yelled at her, and she was like, "Well, you told me to work," and I'm like, "You have different rules." So, you have to. Sometimes you have to go with certain kids, and you have to, when they're not having a good night, you have to accept that if you want them to step up on nights. And I think a couple of our seniors stepped up tonight. I thought Mel stepped up in the second half. I thought Lexi had a terrific game tonight, and you have to hope those seniors are having that sense of urgency and playing to win rather than being afraid to lose.
Now, obviously, only 3 stars in double figures. I mean, how do you get the rest of the kids going when it's obviously one of those low-scoring games where it's just another night at the office, pretty much?
Right. Well, again, I think this was a good experience, especially because we won, and it's something we can kind of build on and learn off of. But also we have 2 starters on the bench tonight, and we're not in our normal rotation, and people are playing way more minutes than they used to. And Rachel and Heather are people that can score. So you can't overlook the fact that we're playing, even though it's not one of the better teams in the league, we're still playing 2 starters down, and that changes the whole picture.
What are you taking to practice tomorrow, to go over with the girls?
Well, I think I said what I had to say tonight. We might review it a little bit. But, we need to get ready for Gwennon, and we've already spent some time this week getting ready for Gwennon, and I think to a certain extent, the kids were looking ahead a little bit, which is hard not to do when you have a big game coming up. So, I think we'll be fine. We're going to get Rachel back on Saturday, hopefully, and I think they'll be fine. And really, as long as they get out and play as hard as they can, then I'll be fine with them.
And finally, what's it going to take to get a full 40 minutes, out of the girls?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think they played hard for 40 minutes tonight. I think it's a little bit early. We don't want to be too good right now. We still want to, be working towards that peak. So, to me, as long as they keep playing hard, and this may be a game that they had lost in the past because they kind of fall apart. They hung together. I keep telling the reason people run around like idiots when they win is because they win games like this. And they have to understand that it's not going to be fun every night, that there's going to be games where they just have to go out and gut through it, and then hopefully at the end of the season we're where we want to be.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
That is head women's basketball coach Rose Holler after the 56-39 victory over Cedar Crest.